Hey everybody, this is Mr. McKee with NOS-130. I want to go ahead and go over the lab for lesson 6, which is configuring servers for remote management. Now, especially in this lab, you got to follow what I do step by step, or it's definitely not going to work. All right. First thing you need to know, I'm in NetLabs right now. Server 2 is a Server 2016 machine. Server 1 is a Server 2012 machine. We've been using Server 1 mostly up to this point, but to make this work correctly, we're going to have to go in and set up, do all our configurations in Server 2. Alright, and then we're going to use Server 2 to remotely manage Server 1. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and click Server 2. I'm going to go up here, log in, log into Server 2. I'm going to log into Server 1. Alright, so there's Server 1. You know Server 1, well, Server Manager will pop up. Alright, it doesn't have a console on the desktop. Server 2, there's Server Manager for it. It already has a console on the desktop. We'll use that. That's good. Alright, so first thing we need to do to make this work, I might have to change the password today for that. That's fine. Alright. So actually, if you right click PowerShell, we're going to use the Run ISE as administrator. Click that. This will make it way easier to enter our configurations. And on Server 1, you just need to know the name of it. Alright. So the name of that is SRV 2012 R2. We're on the same work group as Server 2016, so we'll need to know that. Firewall, we're in public firewall is on. IP address is right there. Right, so we need to know really those 4 things. Alright, so let's go back to Server 2016. And if you're looking at the PowerPoints, we're going by, let's see, what PowerPoint is this? PowerPoint 9. Alright, so we're going to set up the Server 2012 as a trusted machine in Server 2016. So enter the set. And if you notice in this ISE, it's going to auto-populate your configuration, so which is pretty awesome. Alright, so set item WSMAN. It should pick that up. Alright. And I like using this just to make sure I don't type this in incorrectly. Alright, so it likes that. Client. Alright, I'm going to add it to the trusted hosts file. Alright, so we're adding Server 2012 to the trusted hosts of Server 2016. Alright, and our server name is SRV 2012 R2. And we got to use the concatenate switch and the force switch. So even tells you switch force, pretty awesome. Alright, so I'm pretty sure that's going to work. It's color coded it for me. You could verify the computer name, that's usually a problem. Alright, SRV 2012 R2. If it likes it, it's not going to give us any errors. Alright, so let's hit enter. Alright, no errors, back to the PowerShell prompt. Alright, so we're pretty good. Let's go ahead and remotely manage Server 2012. Alright, so let's go in here, all servers. Alright, right click all servers, add servers. Alright, now since we're not using Active Directory, we're set up a work group between these 4 computers. We can't do it with Active Directory. Now if we click the DNS tab, I'm going to type in SRV 2012 R2. Let's see if it finds it. Alright, so it found it. There's our IP version 6 address. There's our IP version 4. 192.168.30.3. That should be correct. Alright, so it's seeing it. Alright, if we didn't add it as a trusted computer, it's just not gonna work, and it's gonna be a lot of stress. Alright, so double click that or click the little arrow to the right. It's added it as selected server. Right, so now Might take a minute or two, but now we can actually manage both of those servers. This is the local server. Alright, usually it'll say local in parentheses. Just got to know that's a local, and this is the remote. Alright, so now what we want to do, we've already got a console open. Alright, so double click that. We got services and firewall snap-ins currently. Let's go to File, Add Remove Snap-ins, and what we're going to do is we're going to set up a test user, name him test user 1, from this server 2016 machine to server 2012. Alright, so let's say I was running server core on server 2012, and it's kind of difficult to go into PowerShell and enter all my commands. I can do it remotely from server 2016 with the GUI role installed, which is way easier for most people. Alright, so let's do local users and groups. Alright, and now the thing is though, can't choose the default local computer. Alright, we want to choose other computer or another computer. Click browse. Alright, and then just make sure we're looking for a computer from this location work group. Alright, there's our work group right there. Alright, so we need to know the computer name, SRV 2012 R2. Check names, and if it finds it, it'll pop up. Alright, so we're in the work group, and that's the server inside the work group. So that is perfect. Alright, so now we have, and now looking on the right column, you got services, which is local on the server 2016 machine. Windows, firewall, it didn't say local, but it says on local computer. Alright, and then the one change though, local users and groups, is in parentheses that remote computer. Alright, so that's the only change. Alright, click OK. Alright, and you can save this if you'd like. Alright, so from now, we can go back in here, go to console, local users and groups. Just remember it's on the server 2012 machine. Go to users. Alright, and I'm going to create a right click in the center column, new user, name him test user 1. Alright, password can just be the capital P, password 1234, which is standard. Alright, uncheck user must change password next login. That's not really good security practice, but just click password never expires. Alright, it shows up right there. Alright, that's fine, but now we need to make sure it's actually showing up just like that in server 2012. Alright, let's go over here, let's minimize that. Let's go to PowerShell. Let's type in NMC, brings up console, add remove snap-ins, local users and groups. I know this is not the quickest way to do this initially, but now we're using local computer because we're physically on the server 2012 machine. But I like setting up the MMC just as a general practice. Alright, now let's open this up. Users. Alright, so we've used server 2016 remotely, managing a server 2012 machine, and we set up a user 1 remotely on the server 2012 machine, and we just verified it. Alright, so what I need for this lab, I need to make sure you guys do this. Alright, I need a screenshot of that shows that you've added your second, your remote computer, which is SRV 2012 R2. Alright, and go over here. I mean, you could just put that in remotely if you wanted to, and I couldn't really tell, so don't worry about that. So really just this screenshot, and just to verify that you are actually doing this and not doing just a copy and paste of my screenshot. Rename your console with your 3 initials. Alright. And there you go. Thanks for watching.